Hi folks, Toad here with Visordown.com, and we are going to talk today about this, which is the Kawasaki Z900, newly updated for 2020. So you may have seen that we reviewed this bike at the tail end of last year, went over to Barcelona and we rode this, and then we rode the Z650 a short time after that. So you may be wondering why we've got another one sat in front of us ready for a review, and that is simply because this is the new Visordown long-term test bike. So we're going to be running this thing all year, and I'll tell you why we've chosen it in a few moments. But we are going to be doing a series of videos and articles on Visordown.com. So to stay up to date with those, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and keep an eye on Visordown.com for all the latest updates. Before I go through why we've chosen this bike as our long-term test bike for this year, I just want to talk about some of the stats of it and also the price, because this is the performance edition of the Z900, so it's got a few extras to do with that, and it's also got a couple of other accessories fitted to it as well. So the Z900, the 2020 edition, for the revised styling for this year and the riding modes and the TFT, it starts at £8,899. The performance edition, which is the one that you see here, comes in at £9,299. What you're getting for that is the sweet looking carbon fibre Akrapovic can. You're getting the seat cowl that you can see on the pillion seat, and you're also getting the different screen. Another addition that this bike has got, which isn't part of the performance pack, are these sort of crash bungs here on either side of the engine. They're just something that Kawasaki chucked on. I'm going to talk a little bit more about accessories in a moment. Before I do, the engine in this thing is putting out 125 PS, so just over 120 horsepower, and it is a newly updated Euro 5 engine, which also features riding modes. So you've got 2 riding modes and a user configurable one as well, and you can do things like turn off the traction control and everything else, all through the lovely TFT dash, which I keep on telling you is the best one on 2 wheels, and you're probably really fed up of hearing me say that, to be honest with you. Braking system and suspension, so this is all the same as last year's Z900, only I think it's been slightly tweaked and slightly reworked for this model. So we've got 41mm upside down forks, which have got rebound damping and spring preload adjustability. We also have a horizontally mounted backlink rear shock, as is the way with a Kawasaki Z900, and that also gets the rebound damping and spring preload adjustability. Braking is taken care of by some Nissin calipers. They're 4-piston and they're biting down on 300mm discs, and you do have ABS as well, although it's not cornering. It's a 2-channel ABS system and you can't switch that off at all, but it isn't very intrusive and it does work very smoothly, so I don't see a big problem in it being there and just learning to live with it. Why have we chosen the Kawasaki Z900? Well, after the Ninja 1000 SX launch that we went on at the beginning of this year, I think it was, I get a bit confused because there were a lot of launches going on at that time. I really wanted a Ninja 1000 SX as my long-termer for this year, and Kawasaki had got one earmarked for me. And then I got thinking about it, and I got thinking about how we were going to try and create content around it, and all it would have been a big succession of long tours and then a couple of track days thrown in for good measure, which it can do with aplomb. But the versatility of this thing, in terms of what you can do with it, where you can ride it, how you can ride it, and actually physically what you can change about the bike, is massive compared to the Ninja 1000. So in the end, I stumped up for the Z900. Kawasaki were very good enough to send this one along for me to have a little play on. We've had it for quite a while. I'm really sorry for not updating you about it sooner, but because of the ongoing COVID, blah blah blah, can't ride bikes, do anything sort of thing, it hasn't really been ridden very much. And then once COVID restrictions lifted, we had a bit of a quick succession of bikes coming through to review, so I haven't actually got around to doing anything with it yet. So I thought I'd take the time, the weather's good, and I thought I'd go out for a little spin today, take some video, and then put together this little introduction for you to let you know what we're going to be doing with this bike over the next 12 months. Well, first things first, this model is only slightly updated over the previous generation Z900. So there's the styling tweaks that I've spoken about. There's the new Euro 5 engine, it's got the TFT dash, it's got improved rider comfort and passenger comfort if you've got a pillion seat on there. But other than that, a lot of it is still quite the same. And one of the things that attracted me to it was the amount of aftermarket and accessory parts that you can buy for a Kawasaki Z900. You can literally do anything with them. And I thought, well, what better way to create content around this bike that would keep you guys entertained than to get one and just go to town with it and just modify it. So we've already got some parts in for it. I've got some engine covers from GB Racing that are going to be going onto it very, very soon. I'm also looking at maybe a link pipe for it, just to take out the catalytic converter and maybe do some dyno runs and just sort of see how it affects the performance. Other than that, we're going to be doing some track days on it. We're also going to be doing some tours. I'm going to be commuting on it, taking it down B roads like I have been today. It's going to be my kind of general do-it-all bike, and I think I did actually say that on the launch of this thing back in Barcelona at the end of last year, was this thing is so versatile. You can commute on it on a Monday and then hit Donington Park in the intermediate group on a Sunday afternoon and go and have an absolute ball, because it's just so usable, it's so easy to ride, and it's got a lot of performance contained within those engine covers. It is a really, really quick bike. It's also extremely comfortable. It's so easy to ride long distances on it because you just don't seem to get fatigued. Everything about the riding position, upper body, lower body, just feels so neutral. And the updated for comfort for this year is really, really noticeable. I rode the old Z900 last year, hammering up and down the runway on the Z900 and a Kawasaki H2 sports bike, and it was an absolute hoot. Even on this, on Bruntingthorpe, you didn't get too bored on a 2.5 mile runway. It was a great laugh. So I genuinely think that there's more usability in something like this than there is in the Ninja 1000 SX, because it's just so much more fun. So I suppose my question in this first video to you, the viewer, is, if you've owned the previous generation Z900 or even the latest generation Z900, the 2020 version that you can see in front of you here, what modifications have you done, where did you get them from, and what did you think of them? Because what we want to try and do is just throw as much at it as we can, and then test it, review it, ride it, and then just see what difference it makes. And then obviously before it goes back to Kawasaki at the end of the year, we'll take it all off and send it all back to the manufacturers. If you're a manufacturer of parts for the Z900 and you've got something that you think would fit, get in touch with Visordown, drop me an email through the website, and we will then look at getting your parts fitted to the bike and then feature them on the YouTube channel as a review. So there we are. Not much else to say about the Kawasaki Z900 really, apart from why we've got it and why it's sat in my back garden. But there we go. There will be other updates. I'm going to start off. The first job is going to be fitting those GB Racing engine covers down there, and that'll be coming to you in the next week or so. So please keep on checking around, and we'll keep you updated on how we get on. If you like that video, please don't forget to let us know in the comments below, and hit like, subscribe and the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of Visordown.com's latest videos. For all the best news, reviews and motorcycle features, please head over to Visordown.com. Thank you.